and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this video. Today's video I thought I would do, so I'm about to go to the gym. It is, I think it's about 7:15 in the morning. I'm gonna try and bring you along with me and see what I can film by myself, because I don't think I'll be able to film much, to be honest, because the angles won't be great. Having my pre-workout, honestly, I think I've got a bit of an addiction to pre-workout and it's not that good. I have the My Protein one. This, honestly, I think it is probably the best tasting one that I've found. I'm still trying to find a nice one. I always go in with a straw, as you can see. Plan of action today is, because I did deadlifts and legs yesterday, so today's plan of action is to do some upper body. Not quite sure yet what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna be going to the gym tonight, so I thought I'd go this morning. Look at, oh. By the way, please excuse the state of me. I've literally just, no word of a lie, just rolled out of bed. I can only seem to have pre-workout if it's through a straw, which is so bizarre. So I'm just gonna sit down and put my jumper on. I did actually wear this jumper in my last video. I don't know if that's a little bit jumpy, but and then clip. Okay, so I'm ready and I will see you guys. Okay, so it says that there are 20 people in there, so I'm going to take the camera in and try and film what I can as quickly as I can. I've got to do a quick warm up first, and then I think I've roughly got about 40 minutes, so yeah. Done. That was quite tough actually. I did it in 40 minutes without even clocking it. So I'm quite impressed with that. I've got a protein shake with me. I do try and tend to bring one with me whenever I train, just because by the time I get home I'll be absolutely like about to chew my arm off, and that's when I tend to snack. So I bought a tub of water so it wasn't pre-mixed. And then yeah, this is the vegan and My Protein. I think it's just whey. Obviously there's different, this is one question I get asked quite a bit as well, what protein to buy. I mean, any protein powder will help. It's basically just a scoop of protein, so it's not a meal replacement. It's not, you know, it's not something that you replace something with. It's like an addition. So if you're lacking on something, if you're hitting your protein without fail, without a shake, you don't need a shake. So I would say that the protein whey would be for if you're like bulking, or if you're trying to gain muscle, or gain weight, you just have weight gainer. And then the whey isolate I would use for if you wanted to lose weight, because it's got less carbs in it. But when I mean less, it's like minuscule. It's not a lot, but it does all add up when you're on a calorie deficit. If you need a bit of protein but you've got no carbs left, that's how it is. So I don't like protein shakes or protein powders, so I tend to just I tend to just nick it. But that's with any protein powder, not necessarily that protein powder. Yeah, I do get a lot of questions about eating, and a lot of my clients are female. They've always been like, oh Ab, I'm not hitting my protein, like what can I have to hit to hit it? And I've always said a protein shake. God, these speed bumps, honestly. I think that's it for the speed bumps. I would highly recommend just having a protein powder or investing in a protein, even protein bars. I mean, if you're on a calorie deficit, you kind of want to keep as many, you kind of want to bank as many carbs as you can and save them for your meals, really. But if you are lacking, if you've not had enough food for the day or whatever, I would probably recommend a protein bar. I do always ask my clients, obviously, at the beginning to track the macros as well as the calories. However, that's more so they can take accountability for what they're eating, and it kind of helps to make better choices in food, because you don't realise what's in it. I know I should be on a lot more protein than I probably am intaking. However, I physically know that I can't get that much protein in, and I'm quite happy with that, and my body, I can still build on it. I did a cut a few years ago for a holiday, and it was a case of upping my protein with really low calories, and my God, was I miserable and sick of eating chicken. All I ate was chicken. I did the typical chicken, rice and veg, fish, rice and veg. I didn't have a cheat meal at all, I don't think. I think maybe I had like a slice of pizza at some point, but I didn't have like a whole meal. And it was difficult, it was hard, and it really, really put me off chicken for so long. Like, I now have to have chicken like shredded, and it has to be flavoured. I cannot eat, I mean, why would anyone want to eat bland chicken? But I could just eat it like that out of the packet. I can't now. Like, if it's chicken in a packet, it has to be like chicken tikka or something. I can't eat plain chicken just because it just makes me go from there. Yeah, so I had a bit of waffle there. I'm sorry. I'm just heading back home, trying to think of what to have for my breakfast, because I've just had my shake, so I'm not like majorly hungry. So I need to get back onto my smoothies. I used to have a smoothie after I trained, and they were so delicious, and they would fill me up literally until lunchtime, like until 1 o'clock easily, from like 7 to 1. It was such a good shake. It was like oats, fruit, protein powder, soy milk, avocado. But yeah, so I always feel so much better if I train in the morning. And I always train on an empty stomach. I don't get people that have to eat before they go and exercise. I could not think of anything worse. Like, I even have pre-workout on an empty stomach, like, to help. I don't get how anyone can eat first. I know I'd end up. When I went back to the gym on Monday, I think I had some gherkins like as a bit of a snack, because I thought, well, I don't want to go like having had pre-workout on an empty stomach when it's my first day back, because it's very likely that I'm going to feel sick. Oh my God, did I feel sick, even though I'd eaten. Oh, at one point I actually thought I was going to throw up. It was, and admittedly I was pushing myself probably a bit too harder than I should, but it was a bloody good session, and it was a leg session as always. I'm a sucker for a leg session. So another question that I get asked, and I'm not going to waffle on about this because I'm literally around the corner from my house, why I love to train legs so much. Now, I get asked this all the time, and it's always been, they've always assumed it's because I've got a good bum. Now, granted, I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, I do have a good bum, but I've worked bloody hard to get that. So yeah, I am going to own it and say I do have a good bum. But when people ask me that question, I'm always like, right, come and train with me then. Either train with me or let me train you like a leg session, and I'll show you why I love it. And 9 times out of 10, they come out the end of it, I'll be more or less, you know, almost dead, but like in a good way from it. But they always come out absolutely loving it and absolutely loving doing legs. Training for me in general is like therapy, and it's never been about, it used to, now when I think about it, it never used to be about what I look like. You know, a lot of people are like, well, you want to look, you know, you want to build your bum to have a good bum, to have a nice bum, which can be true, and it was true for a few years. It was more about looks, and then you know, not to get too deep, but then I really found that inside it was more strength. It was more, you know what it was? It was more being in a male dominant gym, kind of, or gyms, and being looked at as if I can't do it. Or I've had people tell me I can't do it, you know, like when I've been like, oh, I'm gonna aim for a 60 bench press, and they look at me and they're like, you ain't gonna get 60, you know, not a chance, you're a woman. And I'm like, and that will ignite something in me where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I've always done that, and I have always proved people wrong. And I actually remember going back to that guy that said that. I'd gone in really pumped one day and started doing bench press, and I did 65 actually, and he was just like, and then I did some pull-ups unassisted, and then he apologised, and I turned around and I said, I don't want your apology, but don't judge and assume that someone can't do something. I said, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna go out of my way to prove that I can. That's how I am. So for me, training has been also about strength. It's therapy, but it's also been about being strong. And I absolutely love, as a woman, don't get me wrong, there's times when I've looked at myself and thought, oh my god, I look a bit, you know, hench or a bit too much, and I'm like, no, I look strong. I look, you know, it's like my legs. Everyone says, again, I've got good legs. My legs are really, don't get me wrong, they're muscle, but they're big, and I've always been so self-conscious about them because they're so big. And I've had people turn around and be like, Ab, you've got amazing legs, you've got strong legs, you've got legs that show that you train them and properly, you know. So yeah, that's basically, and again, if you want to know why I love legs, come and train with me, come and do a leg session with me, and you'll see why I love legs so much. You may die or feel like you're dying, and then the next morning you can't sit on the toilet. However, give it a few days and you'll be like, Ab, when's our next leg session? Trust me on that. So yeah, but anyway, I've just got home, so I'm gonna go in and get some breakfast. I was gonna show like what I wore to the gym, which is just my, I mean, you can't really see it, leggings and then my Nike top, but that's it really, to be honest. There were people in the changing room, so I felt a little bit stupid, so I didn't film. And because there was actually a lady, there was actually a lady getting changed, so I didn't want it to feel like I was gonna start filming her, because I wasn't. But yeah, so that's that. I think I'm good with putting you there. So I need some food. Oh my god, I just realised. So basically the sink is here, and I forgot yesterday I cooked salmon, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've done something to eat with the salmon, it was vegetables, which have been sat here all night. That's what it was. I've literally just seen it and I was like, so they can go in the bin. So I think I'm just gonna have, I'm not too sure about this angle. I'm not too sure about this angle, but yeah. So what I'm gonna have is, I always have my vitamin tablets. I actually stopped taking these just before I had a cold, purely just because I'd forgotten, not for any other reason. And then I started taking them when I had a cold, and it's cleared up a lot quicker. So get your vitamins. I think I'm just gonna have some rye bread. Now these are my absolute favourite, with avocado and an egg, like a boiled egg, like a part boiled egg. These are so good. These are actually really high. These are really good. They're really high in fibre. They're really filling. I always have them toasted. I've never eaten them plain because they're a bit chewy. And they've got protein in them. So I normally have 2, and it's got 7 grams of protein for the 2. And then I'll normally have my avocado and my eggs. But I'm not gonna, because I don't have any avocado. So I'm just gonna have some cottage cheese, I think. Yeah, and then I might just boil a couple of eggs and have those. But honestly, these avocado and sriracha, I mean, I do have another one, but beautiful. Whilst I was on the subject of proteins, this, if anyone is struggling and doesn't really like the protein powders, this is a good shout. So it's, look at my protein cupboard, that's quite funny. Yeah, so anyway, that's the protein powder I have. And it's 3.3 grams of carbs per serving and 21 grams of protein, so not that bad. But no, this is what I'm talking about. Protein clear whey. This has got, if you look, exactly the same as what I just showed you in the protein powder. So but it's obviously got less carbs. So it's got 0.7 carbs and it's got 20 grams of protein. So this is like one of my all-time favourites, is the peach tea. They do have quite a few on there that you can have a look. You can buy some samples as well to try, but I'm not very good with drinking water. So, but this makes it taste like juice basically. So yeah, and I get my protein in. So yeah, that's that. And then my pre-workout, my BCAAs, I always add to my clear whey. But I tend to have my clear whey while I'm training and then have my BCAAs in there. And then all my supplements. And yeah, so that's really it. I mean, I need to do an order, protein order, but that is basically my protein powder cupboard. So yeah. Okay guys, so I've got my rye bread, I've got my cottage cheese and sriracha, yum, and then I've got 2 boiled eggs here, so this, and then I've got my water. So this is kind of like my mid-morning breakfast. So I'm gonna go and eat this. I feel like I'm now in the mood for a coffee. And I always have, I'm not even ashamed to say it, I am a bit of a coffee snob. I have the pods, and I only ever have the Starbucks pods. Now the Starbucks blonde, best coffee. And then they have their Christmas blend, which obviously every Christmas. I think this is the second Christmas I've had it, because I didn't have a coffee machine in my last house. But yeah, the Starbucks pods, they are expensive for what they are, but they taste so good. I think I had a normal coffee yesterday. It was nice, it was coffee, but it just wasn't. It was nice, it was coffee, but it just wasn't Starbucks. So is currently 12, it's 1:45. I was going to say 12:44. It's 1:45. I'm not going to put the light on in the kitchen. Excuse that it's dark because the lighting's awful. So I'm going to keep it to natural lighting. But for the first time in a while, I'm not hungry. I literally had that toast and my eggs this morning, and I've not had anything since. No, that's not normal. Normally I've had at least a couple of snacks in between, but again, it's probably that protein shake. But anyway, so my lunch, I'm gonna have, so last night's dinner was spag bowl. It was turkey mince spag bowl. So that is basically what I just almost dropped it. Anyway, so this is the mince, and I'm just gonna cook some pasta with it. I think I've discovered a new, I'll put it up here, I've discovered a new thing as well to have with it. So normally you'd have like cheddar. Just, you know what, we're just gonna, I can't stand in the darkness. Normally you have cheddar, however I've been having feta cheese, and I tell you what, I think it's the saltiness of it, it hits differently. So I'm gonna have it. Now the pasta I normally have, so I do normally have this pasta, so as you can see it's like green. It's like pea pasta. It's basically just, it's higher in protein. It's higher in protein, higher in fibre, and it's better for you than any other pastas. But the problem with it is it's quite, you could cook it literally for hours and it would still taste the same. It's quite not chewy, but not soft how you expect pasta. So I'm not in the mood for that today, so I'm just gonna go for my normal fusilli, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna go with that. And that is basically my lunch. We've got the pasta cooking, and then this will be ready to be put in the microwave to be reheated. So I do look a little bit different. I thought I'd go put some makeup on. I do actually have somewhere to, my chilli done. I do actually have somewhere to be, so I thought, but it's not for another hour or so, so I just thought I'll put it on, have some lunch. I might start editing the start of this video, just so it's ready to add this to, and then I can get it uploaded, and probably listen to myself waffle for I don't know how long in it, to be quite honest. So but yes, I'm gonna go make my lunch and then we'll come back. For my dinner, or my lunch, sorry, it's the chili, God I can't speak, what's wrong with me, with some feta cheese on top. I forgot to mention this is actually turkey mince. I've actually used turkey mince, not beef mince, because it's higher in protein and obviously a lot lower in fat. So if anyone wants to up their protein, turkey mince, they do turkey steaks. The turkey meatballs are really good. I do sometimes have a turkey meatball bolognese. But yeah, turkey's a lot more high in protein than beef and pork and things like that, so that's one to know. Also, I forgot to add, please don't come for me for putting pasta with my chili and not rice. I don't mind rice with it, I think I just prefer pasta, because I just prefer pasta over rice. But yeah, I've just realised I forgot to add that in. A little bit weird, but that's just my preference. I'm really not feeling this light. It's not good at all. But I've just finished for the afternoon, so I think the plan of action is to go to Merry Hill tonight and do some Christmas shopping. I'm not actually that hungry. I mean, surprisingly today, so what I'm going to do with what I eat in a day, I might do another video to be fair with what I eat in a day, because this isn't normal. I don't know why I'm not eating what I would normally eat, but I haven't eaten anywhere near enough as what I normally would eat. So I think I might just do another one, or I might do like what I eat in a week kind of thing. So all I'm gonna have, I am gonna have just an apple because I'm not actually that hungry, and then I think I'm gonna grab some dinner while I'm out. I might go and get some sushi. I'm really into my sushi at the minute. Absolutely love it. It's the spicy California roll, chicken roll in Asda. They do it in the Merry Hill Asda. So I might get some of the dumpling things, I don't know what they're called, but so yeah, I probably won't film going around Merry Hill because I've not really filmed it out in public yet. I mean, this is what probably my 3rd video, so yeah, I don't quite feel comfortable to do that yet. So I'm gonna finish the video here, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And also, if you're not subscribing, to subscribe, because I don't know if you can see by my profile, I very much need it. And hopefully you subscribe because you want to see me more, or you want to see me again. But yeah, so I hope everyone has a lovely weekend, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.